What's going on? Over the past couple of weeks, you may have been hearing a lot about crypto custody and how that's affecting the markets and what that means for cryptocurrencies in the future and what it means for it now. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you what crypto custody is and why it's so important and how it's going to be affecting the cryptocurrency landscape. So I will be right back. Alrighty, if you've been here before, it's great to have you again. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button with the little bell next to it for more videos in the future. Now today we're going to briefly discuss what crypto custody is and why it's important to the space. And I decided to explain this through an article that I found that, through Bloomberg that I thought was pretty helpful and informative. So let's run through it real quick. Regulated crypto custody is almost here. It's a game changer, and it is indeed a game changer. So hedge fund manager Kyle Samani embraces his job making multi-million-dollar bets on the wild market for cryptocurrencies, but he's long contended with a headache, ensuring his holdings aren't stolen. And this is, of course, something that everyone values, right? Anyone that gets into cryptocurrency buys Bitcoin, holds it on an exchange or in a wallet. You're afraid of getting hacked in one way or another, or sending it to the wrong address, this kind of thing. It's all very new. A lot of companies are working on it. A lot of crypto projects are working on it, but it's not necessarily solved. So this has been an ongoing issue. Samani, a managing partner at Multicoin Capital, hopes to offload that task soon. He's among a small group of institutional investors who have been testing Coinbase Inc.'s new crypto custody service, one of scores of such offerings in development. Some services are now almost ready, with huge implications for the market's future. Yeah, and there's a quote here. There's a lot of investors where custodianship was the final barrier, Samani said in a phone interview. Over the next year, the market will come to recognize that the custodianship problem is solved. This will unlock a big wave of capital. So a lot of institutional investors and people who are moving like really big sums of money, one of their biggest worries is custodianship, which means who's going to hold the cryptocurrency? Who's going to hold the Bitcoin? Where is it going to be stored? What are the security protocols surrounding this? And how do they know that it's going to be safe? Is it insured? All these questions. Actually, if you want to know which cryptocurrency exchanges are insured, you can check out my video up there. I made a video a couple of months ago. So this has been a long-standing issue, and as soon as it's solved, a lot of capital is going to move into cryptocurrencies. And one of the reasons that it hasn't been solved yet is because the US government has strict policies regarding custodianship. And any of the companies who are creating wallets or creating like security protocols for this have to kind of go through the US government and make sure that it meets the requirements or the minimum requirements for security measures. So that's kind of why it's been taking so long. Now under here, price boost. Such projects would pave the way for vast tracts of investors to expand into crypto, potentially reviving prices in markets that have tumbled in recent weeks. If you haven't been paying attention, it's been rough. Regulated crypto custody would allow more institutional buyers, such as hedge funds and pensions, to invest in Bitcoin, Ether, and a multitude of other coins. Along with being able to, what's the exchange? Bittrex, now accepting fiat currency, where you can buy, more and more exchanges are going to be accepting fiat into cryptocurrencies, not just Bitcoin, but altcoins as well. This is going to open up the avenue for money to flow back and forth in and out of fiat and crypto. So that's going to affect this also. Retail brokerages would have a safer way to let clients add crypto to portfolios stuffed with stocks and bonds. So that kind of leads into, this is actually a really cool article. I suggest you guys read the whole thing. I'll leave links in the description below for all this stuff. That leads me into a video that I saw recently with Mike Novogratz. If you guys haven't checked it out, I definitely suggest watching this whole thing. It's 38 minutes. You can watch it on like 1.5 speed. He discusses about 15 minutes in. There's a couple of great quotes that he has here that'll kind of give you some insight into what's going on behind the scenes, what's going on with institutional investors, banks, and each bank may have their own take on cryptocurrencies in the news, in the media, but behind the scenes, the wheels are turning, and everyone's setting themselves up for this market for when it explodes. And Mike Novogratz worked for Goldman Sachs, and he has his own hedge fund. I think it's Galaxy Capital, and he had a hedge fund, I believe, before that. He has a lot of ties and direct contacts with a lot of people in the banking industry and a lot of the higher ups that know what's going on, and have a lot of pull, which is money. So he says here, maybe we are 6 months early, which we've all kind of heard. Maybe we are 2 years early, but crypto will be an asset class on its own. Institutions will move into it. Custody is coming. This is very important because as soon as the custody issue is solved, a lot of big money is going to move in because they're going to feel safe. If there's been one surprise to me in the last 8 months, it's that when I go to the New York Stock Exchange or Deutsche Bank or Goldman Sachs, their senior people know so much more about crypto than I thought they would. They are doing their work and they are getting ready to pull the trigger. So in the next 3 to 9 months, we are going to see an institutional custody solution. So he's saying that in the next 3 to 9 months, within, hopefully by year's end. Actually, he said in this interview, he'd be surprised if it's not solved by year's end. That the custody issue will no longer be a problem, and in which case we're going to see huge price jumps. And look, being patient in these markets is really what's going to pay off. If you ultimately believe in the long-term success of cryptocurrencies and blockchain, you're going to have to ride the waves. Sometimes it's going to shoot up, sometimes it's going to shoot down. Right now we're in a little bit of a lull, but I'm not personally worried about it. It hurts a little bit, it could hurt financially, but as far as where cryptocurrency can go and where blockchain can go, I'm still as bullish as ever. So that leads me into the last thing today. So I added this video to one of my playlists on the YouTube channel, and this is just called Trusted Resources. You can see it right here. And if you click on it, you can see I've added about 15 videos. If you guys haven't yet, check out every single one of these videos. All of these people know more about cryptocurrency than I do, can explain it better than I can, and probably hold a lot more crypto than anybody you personally know, most likely. Andreas Antonopoulos is so good. He's such a good source of information. His life's work is to travel around the world and educate not only individuals, but institutions, schools, you name it, banks, on what cryptocurrency is, where it's going, where it's been. And he's been there. He's been in crypto almost from the beginning. And Mike Novogratz has too. I think he got into Bitcoin at like $90 or something. So I suggest you guys check out, this Tim Ferriss podcast, anything with Jimmy Song in it. There's some cool stuff with Colin Cantrell here, Snowden, blah, blah, blah. List goes on and on. So some of these videos I have mixed in, like what is the Howey test is a video that I made. But for the most part, these are videos of people who are very well versed in cryptocurrency. So that's going to wrap it up for today. I hope you guys found the information useful. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, and you can subscribe, follow on any of the social medias. We have a list of them in the outro. You'll see in a minute. And thanks for joining me. I hope to see you guys soon. Much love. Peace.